What's up, guys? Wanted to make another video for you really quickly, just kind of talking about something that, is just real. And it's the fact that, trying to be successful, a lot of the times it just sucks. It's not fun doing the things that you need to do. It's not fun showing up every single day and working your ass off when you're not seeing any results. It's not fun a lot of the times. And that's something that I try to remind myself of on a daily basis, just remembering that, like, hey, this isn't supposed to be fun. It's some of the fruits of your labor whenever you're getting closer to your goals, whatever that might be. If you're trying to build a company, if you're trying to get in shape, whatever. I talk about the same examples every single time, but it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. Like 95% of the time, it's not going to be very fun. It's going to be monotonous. It's going to be, pretty boring. You're not going to feel like doing it, but you got to get it done anyway. And, the path to success is filled with many days to where you don't feel like doing what you need to do. But the days where you can push past that is a day that's one step closer towards you getting to where you want to go. And that's just all there is to it, man. It's about stringing together as many wins as possible. And we talk about that on this channel as well, is how many successful days can you string together in a row? That's the game we have to play with ourselves every single day. Because if we just look at the grand scheme of things and the big picture on where we are compared to where we want to be, it's going to be overwhelming. And it's going to be discouraging a lot of the times. And what we have to do is we have to break that down into bite-sized pieces and attack those micro goals every single day, right? That's the only way to do it. You have to break it down into bite-sized pieces. And again, this applies to business, this applies to fitness, this applies to learning, this applies to literally anything in life. It takes time, and a lot of the times while you're on that, day-to-day grind, it's not going to be fun. It's going to feel like a grind. It's supposed to, but that's where everybody quits. And you have to just remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. And especially on those tough days. I had a handful of tough days like that this week where it's like, dude, why am I even doing this? Like, I don't know why I'm working so hard trying to do this, or, showing up every single day and trying to do that. Like, I have days just like that, just like you guys do. I have days all the time to where I wake up and I don't feel like freaking getting out of bed. I don't want to do the things that I know I have to do. I don't have any energy, and I don't want to do what I need to do. And those are the days where you just have to push through regardless of how you feel. You have to show up and put one foot in front of the other, and there's no other way around it. It's not sexy. You're probably not going to get any kind of recognition for it. Nobody's going to come and pin some badge of honor on your chest because you pushed through and you had a shitty day. You just have to do it, right? Because it just depends on how bad you want what you say you want. If you want to get closer to your goals and your dreams, you have to do that. If you want to be just a regular person who, struggles with money and is out of shape and doesn't have the life that they want, then, if you're that type of person, you're probably not even listening to this channel anyway. So that's not who you are. But the point stands, guys. You have to show up every single day, and a lot of the times when you do, it's just going to suck. That's just the reality. And there's so many people online, so many people on YouTube, and especially Instagram, that are always talking about how easy it is for them to be successful and how easy it is for you to be successful if you just, buy their program or anything like that. I'm going to tell you, as someone who has, who knows a tremendous amount of successful people and is around successful people all the time, that's all fake, man. It's all fake. People don't get successful overnight. This stuff takes decades. And I don't care what anybody says. It takes a long, long time to get where you really want to go in life. And, most of these people are just fake. Anybody who's out here talking about how it's easy to win and easy to be successful, it's fake. That should be a red flag that immediately pops up, and you should ignore that person. Success is hard. It's hard to be successful at anything. It's hard to get in good shape. It's hard to build a successful business. It's hard to, get a good job that you actually enjoy. It's hard to find, your spouse or someone that you really want to take seriously in a relationship, right? It's hard to meet friends. It's hard to learn new skills and develop your skill set. It's not easy to do any of these things, guys. If it was easy, then everybody would do it, right? And I know that's cliche and it sounds like it's a saying, but it's a saying for a reason. If it was easy, literally everybody would be doing it. And that's why nobody is doing it, because it's not easy, right? So you have to show up every single day, especially when you don't feel like it, and get after your goals. And just like we talk about on this channel, we have the power list, which is basically the, your paper, a piece of paper or a notebook or whatever you want to do on your phone. And we write down the critical tasks that we have to get done every single day. And once we get those tasks done, we cross them off. And then once we get all those tasks done, we write a big W at the top of the page because we won the day. We moved forward towards our goals, right? If we don't get all of our tasks done, and let's say we get, 7 out of 8 tasks done. In my case, I do 8. A lot of people do 5, but regardless, it doesn't matter. If you don't get all your tasks done for the day, you lost the day. Right? You might have moved forward in a handful of areas, but you did not win the day. You have to win every single day and do that as many times in a row as you possibly can, right? Can you get 10 wins in a row? Can you get 20 wins in a row? Can you get 50 wins in a row, right? Can you get a whole 100 wins in a row, 100 days where you won the day and move forward every single day? Where do you think you're going to be in your life if you can do that? If you can just stick with something and move forward every single day for 100 days in a row, dude, you're going to be in a much better position. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're trying to learn a language, trying to learn a skill, trying to build a business, trying to make friends, trying to meet girls, it doesn't matter. You're going to move forward at such a rapid pace if you're doing that and making progress every single day. Just getting 1% better every single day. You're going to really, really see the compounding effects of that work. And that's what it is. This is a compounding game, guys. This is a game of endurance. We have to show up every day and do the things that we don't want to do. That's the game we play when we're trying to be successful. There's nothing else to it, right? And, that being said, man, it's the journey to success really does kind of suck. It doesn't kind of suck. It definitely sucks. Almost every day is going to suck, but it's worth it. And what else would you be doing with your time? That's the other question people don't ask. If you weren't working to be successful, what else would you be doing? Sitting there, watching NFL all day long and eating junk food and not making progress towards your goals. Man, that's not, you don't want to be that person. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with eating junk food or watching sports. That's perfectly fine. But it has to be in moderation, guys. You have to be serious about your goals. And if you're serious, like you say you're serious, then you'll make things happen. And that's just all there is to it, guys. There's no magic formula. Notice how in these videos that I post on this channel, I'm not talking about the, do this, this, and this, and this, and you'll be successful. There is no secret sauce, silver bullet that's going to save the day. You have to show up every single day, create a plan, and show up every single day and make dents in that plan and move forward as much as you possibly can. That's all there is to it. There's nothing else to it. Anybody who's out here acting like they've got the secrets and everything, it's just all fake, man. And the sooner you realize that 99% of the online world is fake, it's going to give you a better idea on what the real world is like. And it's also going to make you feel a lot better about yourself because you'll realize that you're not behind. All these people on Instagram and, I was going to say Facebook, but I don't even know if anybody even uses Facebook anymore. YouTube, whatever. There's people all over the place that are faking it and acting like they've got it all figured out. And that's just not the case, guys. So stick with your plan. Remind yourself of your goals every single day. And show up every single day regardless of how bad it sucks, because it's probably going to suck, and it just is the way it is. Get used to it. And if you don't want to do that, go be a normal person who, doesn't have any goals and just kind of, atrophies in their life, in every single area of their life. That's not who you want to be, man. So embrace the suck and show up every single day regardless of how you feel, and do that for 100 days in a row, and let me know how that works in your life, man. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life if you can just stick with things that suck and kind of just ignore your feelings for a short period of time. So anyway, guys, I hope this helps you guys out. I'd love to hear your feedback. Like this, If you like this video, I'd ask that you guys smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. I check every single comment, and I always appreciate you guys' feedback. So I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.